Welcome today to Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. And I'm very pleased as well to introduce two individuals, two young men who serve on one of our commissions with the City of Cottonwood. And both of them go to school at Mingus Union High School. And this is Gunnar Tillmans, who's a senior at Mingus Union High School, and also John Valentine, who are with us today. And John's a freshman at Mingus Union High School, and known John's family for some time here in the community. I think everybody knows Gunnar as Gunnar. You're moving forward here pretty quick. Here, you're leaving for state swim meet.
Yeah.
Down where?
This will be down in Phoenix.
In Phoenix.
Yes. Don't tell me the pool because I don't remember.
Okay.
And but yeah.
That'll be at 11:30.
Yeah. Well.
12:30.
Yeah, we're actually leaving down at 12:30. We're gonna stay at a hotel, get the team all rested up, and then we'll compete tomorrow. And
you have how many? You're gonna swim in how many different relays, or I mean?
Yeah. So there'll be two relays: the 4x50 and 4x100. And then I'm currently ranked 3rd in the 100 freestyle and 5th in the 50 freestyle.
We'll get into that a little bit more once we start talking to you personally.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's great. So I appreciate both of you being here, and it's really my pleasure to have you both, especially for you guys coming out and serving on a very valuable commission for the City Council, because you give, it's called advisory. You give advice to the City Council. Let me read a little bit about who the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission is to our community. The Youth Advisory Commission is a dynamic group of young leaders made up of students in 8th through 12th grade, working toward a common goal with a shared vision and dedicated to serving their community, which you guys definitely are. And members of the commission have the opportunity to plan and participate in a variety of projects and events, and serve as youth advocates and work hard and hand in hand with Cottonwood City Council, providing insight on issues that you feel are most pressing for the youth of the Verde Valley. Well, that's quite a challenge, and it's especially for you guys in that context. The Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission is in the middle of another great year. New commission appointees are in the process of being selected by their peers on the commission, and you guys already have gone through some of that process already. And I know that Gunnar, you are the president-elect, so you're actually moving into that position here this year, and so you're actually taking hold of that. We'll talk a little bit more about that as well. The objective of the commission is to deal with issues that directly affect teens in the community. Not only is it a fun experience, but service with this group will look great on a college application. Oh, yeah. And we've seen that time and time again, as so many people have graduated after being on the Youth Commission, and actually seeing that it has helped them as they proceed with college. And the college people really look at some of those things, and so it's great for you guys as well. It's better for us all the way around, having young people like you who are very talented, very bright, as well as very concerned about the future of our teens and our country. The commission's considered a service and action-oriented group. The commissioners spend time during the year getting involved with service projects and different community agencies. Some projects include the Angel Tree, turkey and food drives, city cleanup, and the new terror in Old Town, the haunted house, and we'll get into that with you guys as we just have gotten done with that. So the Youth Commission meets once a month at the Recreation Center. And, again, I think it's like any other commission with the city, is people are invited, or other teens are invited to be there to watch the process of how you guys go through your normal meeting programs, and how you decide to approach things differently. And you have a lot of, how many members are there actually on the Youth Commission?
Yeah, so there's 13 members, and then there's one alternate. Okay. Or I believe the 13 members includes the alternate.
It includes the alternate.
Yeah.
And there's also one adult on the commission.
Yes, and there's one adult.
And who's that adult?
Kirsten Hastings.
Kirsten Hastings, okay, and she's a City of Cottonwood supervisor for Parks and Recreation, so it's good to have her on board there too. Let me just kind of go over a little bit real quick here as to the CYAC, which will that's an acronym that we'll be utilizing here for the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission. But the CYAC completed and did over 1,000 hours of service cumulative each year, which is really incredible. Very dynamic group of young people. I'll just go over in the past. They've actually donated turkeys to different groups. I think there's been recipients from the food banks and everything else as well. There were over 300 youth in attendance at Teen Night. The Verde Valley Seniors, CYAC provides 10 seniors with a special Christmas, and which is really cool. There's an angel tree where 62 youth are provided with presents. And you guys actually oversee the angel tree at the recreation center.
Yeah, in fact, we wrap the presents.
Oh, you wrap the presents?
Yeah. We do.
Are you guys really good at that? Yeah.
I try.
Okay. You also have the Santa pictures and there were 76 youth get the experience of a lifetime by meeting Santa. And he usually comes in by fire truck, so that's always fun for the firemen. They enjoy that as well. You guys do too. The Easter Bunny pictures, there's usually around 40 families that it has created memories for as well. The Mayor's March a Mile for meals, you guys get involved with. And the Stewards for Land Cleanup, you've been part of that in the past, over the past 4 or 5 years. The Fall Carnival, you're an intricate group of individuals who continue to lead in that area, especially now with the haunted house. And you participate in the Arizona Leagues of Cities and Towns, and I know that that's been really quite an interesting thing for all of you guys to be involved in. All of the leaders for youth actually meet kind of at the Governor's Council there for the Arizona League of Cities and Towns. And the CYAC collects over 500 surveys in an effort to attract a movie theater into our community. That was done several years back. We're still going to be revisiting some of those things as we look ahead for the future of Cottonwood and the Verde Valley. You also have hosted a teen dance where there's been over 200 in attendance, so that's been awesome. And you've also been a past winner, and probably will be again, of the Governor's Youth Volunteerism Award program, which really says an awful lot about our youth and our community. And then also you're a very strong part and an advocate of the Governor's Youth Day. So, you know, when we look at all of these things that you guys are involved in, and the 13 individuals, it's really quite a dynamic within our community. People don't realize what a lot of our young adults are really involved in and how they are responsible individuals within our community already. So I'd like to continue to challenge you with that, and I wanted to thank you personally for your involvement. What I want to do is I want to probably talk with you, Gunnar, in this next segment as we go forward a little bit here. We're going to take a break for about 1 minute. We're going to come back. We're going to talk to you as the president for the 2016-17 year. Then in our third segment, we're going to get into what it's like to be in a challenging role for John Valentine, also as a freshman in high school, and moving into the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission as well. So if you would join us here at our second segment after a minute, we're going to take a break. So thank you for joining us. I'm Richard Faust, your host, and enjoy your day.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook.
Fire in the hole!
And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood for our second segment today with Gunnar Tillmans and also with John Valentine, and we're going to be talking a little bit about you know, the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission and what they do, some of the operations aspects of things. I was corrected here by Gunnar here just a minute ago. He's a junior. He's not a senior yet. So we're going to be able to watch Gunnar progress even in the context of swimming and the swim meets and state, and we'll be able to see him also again next year. So it'll be a lot of fun. Gunnar, tell me a little bit about the operational structure as we look at the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission. And now you actually were the past president, is that correct?
Yeah. Well, I'm still the current president.
You're current president, okay.
But in about, I believe our next meeting, or we'll do it in about a month, we'll elect new officials, which I can rerun to be the president, and I plan to do so. You
plan on doing so.
Yeah.
And so none of the other I guess the positions have been selected either at this point in time. So that'll be going before the city council also, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so is that upcoming here in this next month or what?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. So it'll be coming up, and so we'll see how that works out. And but the main thing I want to do is I want to wish you well, and I want to wish you luck, as well as you know, I know everybody's rooting for you.
Oh,
I mean, I know that Mingus Union High School football team is in a dynamic struggle for tonight, but you guys are going to be going at it this this weekend, and so there's going to be the challenge there ahead of you. So again, you know, we'll be thinking of you, and so good luck to you in your meets. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, I think the one thing I wanted to talk about is as you look forward as a new president. Or the possibility of being a new president of the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission, what direction do you see the commission going this year?
Yeah, so in the past, we've done we've hosted, you know, many of our events, but what I'd like for the Youth Commission is create new events, you know, create new, you know, for our new youth, and also I'd like to see us do more, not just, you know, focus on the youth of Cottonwood, but also the elderly. I think that would be a good path to go down.
I think that you're right. I think that that's something that is definitely, it's something I've seen in the past, and it works very well. A lot of the elderly and the seniors love seeing, you know, you young people, especially with the bright eyes and the bright smiles and stuff like that, that you guys, you know, really provide, you know, to a lot of the elderly. I think that's a great plan and objective and a goal. So, you know, are there any other goals and objectives that you might have this year that you're looking at?
Yeah, so something that was discussed in previous years were the Hoops for Homeless idea, and what that involves is a 5-on-5 basketball tournament where there'll be admissions, and those admissions would go to the homeless shelter, and then there'd also be a grand prize for the winner.
Awesome. Okay. So now, if you've been a member for the CYAC for how long now?
For about 2 years.
2 years. And John, this is your first year?
This is just over a year for me now.
Just over a year, okay. And so tell me what interested you, Gunnar, about the commission, and why did you pursue this challenge?
Yeah. So I was actually told about the Youth Commission by Diane Jones, the mayor. And, you know, she came to me and she just told me that she thought it would be a really good position for me to pursue. And so, you know, I did it. You know, I put my application in, and I actually didn't go on as a member the first year. I was actually an alternate, but I didn't let that, you know, make me think I wasn't a member.
Right.
So, you know, I showed up to all the events, I participated, and I'm here.
You're here.
Yeah.
And this is what you're enjoying right now. So now, as you just talked about the mayor, can you? I think that this is going directly right into that. This next question is can you name someone that you admired and patterned your leadership styles after? Yeah. So go right ahead.
Yeah, that would be Diane Jones.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, she inspires me because if ever you've seen her schedule, I mean, she's busy from, you know, AM to PM, you know, and she's always doing community events and really helping the community.
She really is. She steps forward in every place. Yeah, her schedule is, in reality, I look at mine and hers is packed even more than mine. Yeah. And she's and I like to say this, that most of our political individuals are definitely their volunteers. I mean, they do get paid, but very, very minimally. Yeah. And so what she has done for this community has been really incredible. So she's our outgoing mayor, and so we'll be having new leadership. And all I can do is wish her the best, because she's been an incredible mayor for all of us. And so it was my privilege to work underneath her at that time period. So I think she's a great person to both admire and pattern your lifestyle as well as your leadership styles after. So I think that is great. Gunnar, are there past CYAC members or presidents of the commission that you've admired, and what traits will you take from them?
Yeah. So President Charles,
Yes.
he was inspirational because he really got everyone together, you know what I mean? And he kind of, like, the CYC was all friends and kind of almost like a family, you know, and everyone laughed together, you know, every time we did events, and we'd, you know, have a real fun time creating events and everything. And I'd really like to bring that kind of leadership to
So
the
it was
CYC.
almost like a family team, you know, as you guys were working together, but you had so much fun. And I know that there was a lot of, you guys ate pizza together, you guys do things together, you're constantly together. So it's really quite a dynamic young group. And that's one of the challenges for you guys. And I think it's a lot of fun in that context of things, and then seeing where you guys come out for your new goals and things that you want to do for the community and for the teens of the community. So explain your interpretation of CYAC's statement of Big Dream.
Yeah, so we like to not put limitations on ourselves or for any youth. You know, if you have a dream, we think you should shoot for it, not just, you know, because you think you can, but just know you can, because there's always opportunities out there, you know, and there's always people to help.
It's very similar to what even the Kids at Hope programming is. They have a Dream Big, you know, type of a program as well. And so you guys have kind of the same thing as one of the mainstays of who you are as a leadership group. So I think that's really good for you guys. The commission is a subcommittee of the City Council. How will you ensure the voice of the youth is heard to the council this year?
Yeah, so so basically during our meetings, you know, it's just like an actual council meeting. Any youth can come in, you know, and sit down, and during, you know, to the public, they can speak and express their concerns. So if they have any concerns, you know, they can tell us, or even better yet, they could go, you know, to the city council. But any concerns they have, you know, is our concern.
Well, and I think that also you guys are invited directly to any of the council meetings, just like the public is.
Yeah.
But I do know that Diane Jones has always liked having some of the youth there to say the Pledge of Allegiance before each meeting. They also then, she was as asked questions about, you know, you folks. She will ask, actually also, or the council even has requested your opinions in matters that concern the community, and especially involving youth, or where youth might be involved. And so they ask for the commission's leadership as well, of maybe coming forward and helping the council make some decisions. So that's been really very helpful, I think, for the city council. Now, here's a personal question. You know, I just saw your picture in the paper today. It's all over the news, and because you're doing the butterfly stroke, that's just one of the events that you're in. And I was able to watch you at the meet with Flagstaff because I was at the meet, so I was able to watch you, and so I was really enjoying that meet. So it was a lot of fun. Some would say that you are one of Mingus's top swimmers. What are your thoughts in that matter?
I believe I am.
Okay, good for you.
Anyway, thank you. And as you know, for swimming, you know, you know, it's just been a journey, and I love it. You know, I go out there, I swim my hardest. I think Flagstaff, I think we were tapering a little bit, so we weren't at our best, but we were tapering, just getting ready for state, this big meet, you know, and it's a big deal.
It is. It definitely is. And I think getting, you know, your mind prepared for that, I think that's one of the things, especially with the last meet of the season. It's one of those things to just, you know, use this as now another platform next to going now to state. So I think that's great. Now, how many members in the team have qualified now for state?
Qualified, I believe there's around 9. 9 to 12. I know that's a different number, but I usually focus on the men's side, and you know, I get all of them ready as I'm the men's team captain. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's nine swimmers.
Okay. And what are your aspirations? So you're a junior this year
Yeah.
and you're a senior. What are your aspirations after high school?
My aspirations, I want to improve my times
Okay.
in swimming. And I'd really like to swim for ASU because
Awesome.
Michael Phelps is the coach there.
Yes, he is.
And so that's what I'm really striving for.
Incredible leader. And a great coach will just be unbelievable. So we're going to take another break here, and we're going to get back with John Valentine as freshman at Mingus Union High School here, as well as one of the commissioners on the Cottonwood Youth Advisory Commission. And so we'll ask you to come back for our third segment here in just a moment. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track.
Oh, hey. She's cute. Nice going, man.
Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood, and with me, it's great to have Gunnar Tillmans with us. I know he's going to be leaving here a little bit for state meet for swimming, so again, our well wishes to him, and John Valentine, who's a freshman at Mingus Union High School as well. We'll be talking with both of them. Hey, can you guys tell me some of the activities that the Commission have been upcoming for this holiday season? You know, what's upcoming? Do you guys have anything special planned?
Yeah, so we're planning on doing something similar to the turkey drive.
Okay.
And it actually kind of goes in with the Terra in Old Town. If any of you guys seen our poster at the bottom, we said $1 admission for canned food donations. And you'd be surprised how many cans we got. We just got a mountain, just huge, just so many cans, we haven't even counted them. And we plan on donating those cans for this upcoming holiday, and so that's our plans. We're also planning on hopefully helping out at the homeless shelter, you know, on Thanksgiving.
Great.
We've done that for many years, except in the past, I believe they had so much help that we couldn't help.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're hoping to get our slot in there.
Oh, good.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, John, go
Also
ahead.
during Christmas, around there, we do an angel tree where people who are can't get their own presents, we will go over there and buy things for them and wrap the presents for people who need it.
And you guys wrap the presents.
Yeah.
You know, that's great. Well, John, with that, now tell us a little bit about the haunted house. How'd that go?
That was really a big success.
It was, okay.
We just thought that this was the first year we do it, so we weren't sure how it was going to go. We did canned goods for $1, as Gunnar was saying, and or $5 admission, and the canned foods was really amazing. That was one of the things I was really happy about, because I think we need to help the people in the community who aren't as privileged as some of us.
Right.
And that was amazing how many canned goods we got.
So now you come from a long line of Valentines. We were just talking about that a second ago, I mean in the first segment, that have also served on the commission. And that's Robert and Rachel, and they were exemplary leaders. And so have they passed anything on to you or given you pointers pertaining to this commission?
Well, they're the main reasons I kind of joined the commission, because when I was little, my brother would always come home and be so happy and talk about how good it went. And when I got a little older, I'd go watch my brother and sister when they were in it together, and everyone would be so happy and have so much fun. That was one of the things I wanted to do.
Yeah.
thought it was amazing.
It was, yeah. I know your sister probably a little bit better than Robert because she played soccer with my daughters. And so it was just always fun watching your sister go down the field with that ball. She was amazing. How do you feel, how do you feel that you can help the commission this year, John, specifically?
I really want to get some new ideas to help the homeless in our community.
Okay.
The Hoops for Homeless is one of the things we were talking about. I'm really excited. I want to get some movement going on that because I think the homeless is really what we need to help in the community. I think that's something the CYAC can do.
So as you progress in the future here, this would be something that you would like to see happen, because I was going to ask you specifically, is there anything in the future that you would like to see get involved with? Is that something that you would like to continue to progress with?
Yes.
And then see anything else? Is there anything else on the horizon that you see would be a good thing for the commission to advance in?
Nothing specifically.
Nothing specific, but all of those things that Gunnar was talking about as well, because there's a ton of things you guys do. You guys are always busy. Tell us, as a voice for youth in our area, what would you like to see changed in our city, or a further direction to pursue on behalf of our community?
Well, I like the teen nights we do. I think we should do more things like that to get the teens in our community away from parties and other things where they may hurt themselves or get into bad situations, and I think we should have good alternatives that they can do.
That's good advice as well as good goals. Now, what has been your favorite CYAC program thus far since you've been on board with the commission this past year?
I personally just did the haunted house, and that was so much fun because I got to kind of do the behind the scenes and see how everything was set up, and it was really just amazing how it all came together.
Okay, so there was actually 2 nights that were done, right? So
yes.
You had to volunteer for 2 nights.
Yeah.
And so you did back scenes, so how many actual youth were involved behind the scenes?
Probably 20, I'd say.
Yeah.
20? Wow. And so how many kids did you actually have go through? Do you know?
Probably
I think it was close to
700.
700?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the first year that we've done that program.
Yeah.
So it was really, like you said, quite a successful event. Yeah. And so you guys had fun too, so that's great. Scaring everybody half to death. So I guess what I'm going to go here is, are you a Cubs fan?
I'm actually a Mets fan.
You're a Mets fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you think about? I mean, you go along with baseball a little bit. I understood that as we talked a little bit before going on the air. So, but you're a Mets fan. The Mets have been doing fairly well over the last 4 to 5 years, which is really kind of fun. And so, did you watch any of the World Series games?
I watched more of the highlights.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because both of those teams haven't won in so long.
So long. That's right. 1908 was the Cubbies last.
Yeah.
And I think 1958 was, I think, the Indians. So it was good to see them both battle it out. It was really quite an incredible World Series, one of the better ones I've seen.
Yeah.
So now tell us, what are your plans or goals in the future as you look at your life, and how, which direction are you being pulled towards, John, after you graduate from high school?
I want to go to MIT, actually.
MIT, Massachusetts. So,
I want to be an engineer.
Oh, wow.
So I think that'd be a really fun job to do, and I think I'd be great at it.
I think you would be too. I think, both of you guys have some excellent aspirations. I think, that what you have set aside, I think the goals that you guys have also committed to, and especially helping people and assisting people, are valiant goals, and they're ones that we need to continue to look at as, we look at politics right now, it's pretty nasty, and things out there, get really, really down into the dirt. But I think the main thing overall is helping people and helping other people achieve, and that's the success in life. So I think you guys have got it right on the nail's head with what you plan on doing. So I can only wish you well. And again, Gunnar, good luck with everything that you're doing. As we close today's session, I wanted to thank you both again personally, and I'll see you at probably maybe some of the meetings I'll try to maybe make here upcoming, but I'll see you around the Recreation Center as well as maybe at programs here and there. So thank you for joining us today, and it just is, it's great for me to be able to introduce as well as to talk with youth in any shape or form. But I want to thank you as we close today's program. Thank you for joining us for Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. Have a great day.